Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat at ngayon ay April 11, 2022, Holy Monday o Lunes Santo kung tawagin po natin. Ito po ang The Stock Market Today. Kung first time niyo po sa channel na ito, ako po si Benji Chadoro, isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007, and I do this report every day, which I started August of 2020. Nire-report ko rin po ang latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Anything I say in this channel should not be construed as financial advice. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa top Philippine banks, kasama ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, April 11, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. So let's now go to our headlines, and ito po ay galing sa BDO Securities. Philippine trade deficit narrows in February as exports pick up. ASEAN urged to craft plan to contain inflation. Then Pizza posts full year 21 net income of 121 million. I think last year lost po ito, no? So ngayon po ay a turnaround year, or last year was a turnaround year. DOT, or Department of Tourism, says Philippine tourist arrivals reach 200,000. PCC approves UPB's acquisition of Citi's Philippine retail business, or yung PCC is the Philippine Competition Commission. VREIT plans asset infusion ahead of share offer. Okay, so let's now go to our main news. At matatagpuan po ito sa Philstar. BDO maintains dominance in Philippine banking sector. I think this means Philippines, no? Yung Philippi. Okay. BDO Unibank continues to maintain its dominance of the local banking industry in terms of assets, capitalization, deposits, and loans. The latest data from the BSP showed BDO was number one in terms of total assets with 3.48 trillion last year, 7.1% higher than the 3.25 trillion recorded in 2020. BDO was also the largest bank in terms of capital with 423.39 billion, deposits with 2.75 trillion, as well as total loans and receivables with 2.38 trillion pesos in 2021. State-run Land Bank of the Philippines was the second largest lender in terms of assets, with 2.58 trillion last year, 9.5% higher than the 2.36 trillion booked in 2020. It ranked fourth in terms of capital with 207.68 billion pesos, second in terms of deposits with 2.27 trillion, and fourth in terms of loans with 877.72 billion in 2021. Metrobank placed third in terms of assets, which went up slightly to 2.18 trillion last year from 2.172 trillion in 2020. Data from the BSP showed Metrobank emerged as the second largest bank in terms of capital with 306.81 billion, fourth in terms of deposits with 1.66 trillion, and third in terms of loans with 1.09 trillion pesos. BPI landed fourth spot in terms of assets with 2.1 trillion, followed by the Philippine National Bank with 1.2 trillion pesos. Completing the top 10 banks in terms of total resources include government-owned DBP with 1.16 trillion, China Bank with 1.02 trillion, RCBC with 955.03 billion, Union Bank with 725.53 billion, and Security Bank with 700.52 billion. Despite the challenges brought about by the pandemic, BSP Governor Ben Jokno said the country's banking system remained sound and stable with a more than ample supply of equity, strong capitalization, and satisfactory loan and asset equity. Okay, so yan po ang ating news for the day. At I think I wanted to share one more with you. Ito po yung weekly wrap ng BDO SEC, no, yung sa Philippine Composite Index hangs to 7,000 on volatile week of trading. And as you know, pagka nagkakaroon po ng long holidays, especially po sa Holy Week, ay more or less sideways po ang movement ng ating index dahil karamihan po sa mga activities dyan ay bakasyon, di ba? So yun po ang characteristic, no? But tingnan po natin ang Philippine Composite Index natin mamaya. So last Friday it closed at 7018.02. And it's up 1.3% day on day, but down 1.9% week on week. Yung Philippine Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index ay tumaas 53.2 in March from a 52.8 in February. The Philippine trade deficit widened by 30.3% year on year. And then meron siyang market analysis po dito. Inflation accelerated to a 6-month high of 4% in March. The Philippine Composite is down 2.6% as far as this month of April and 1.5% year to date. Yan. Stocks to watch, Pure Gold and URC. Nagkaroon po ng rally po ito, no? Share price rally last week and because of bargain hunting. 9.2% and 6.8% year-to-date declines. Kaya tumaas po itong Pure Gold and URC. Telcos, mixed naman, no? Convergent Glow is down 4.5%, while Tel tumaas po ng 2.5%. Si Metro Pacific gained 2.4% week on week because napaka mura po ng stock and this is the most undervalued stock in the index. Conglomerates Ayala Corporation, AEV, GTCAP, JGS, and SM ay nagkaroon po ng sell-off as they are widely viewed as proxies of the Philippine economy. Wilcom, bumaba po 7.2% week on week. So yun po ang pinaka-weekly wrap po natin for courtesy of BDO Securities. And let's see yung mga comments po ng ating subscribers. Charlie Miguel, marami pong salamat. Sabi niya, thank you sir for sharing your knowledge. Franklin Fares, I think nabasa ko na to. Keep it up. Monde, I think I already did that. So marami pong salamat sa inyo, Charlie, Frank, Abu, Philip, for your questions and comments. So let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. By the way, hanggang Wednesday lang po ang trading and therefore after April 13, Wednesday, ang next trading day will be 18. So wala na po tayo from Holy Thursday and Good Friday. Tapos balik na po natin ay Monday, April 18 after Wednesday, Holy Wednesday. Okay? So let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it fared today. All right. So let's put up our indicators. So the PSEI ended below the 7,000 level to finish at 6988.29 or 29.73 points down. So last Friday it ended positive, no? 91.99 points, 1.33%. Ngayon po ay bumaba. So it appears just to be, well, just about consolidating. And some analysts would say that the index would have a support, no? Plot na lang natin yung support natin, no? Nandito po sa 69.64 or almost 7,000, no? Then po yung pinaka-support po niya is the 7,000 level, and the lower support would be here at the 68,000 level to 68 to 67,000 level. Ngayon po, yung ating market activity, 102 companies declined, 75 advanced, while 55 remained unchanged. The all-share index declined by 0.30%. All the sectoral indices are down. And actually, wala naman nagdo-dominate dito, no? Properties led the decliners at 0.74, mga less than 1% lang po. So, looks like it's just moving sideways in view of the Holy Week. Yun po ang tingin ko dyan, no? Plus, the fact that nagwe-weigh in yung nangyayari sa Ukraine, as well as the inflation jitters in our economy and in the US economy. Ngayon, let's review the top 6, ano? Pumili lang po tayo dito, BPI, SM, Ali, SCC, and then let's do MER and SEB. Yan. So, may bagong pasok po tayo dito si SEB, ano? Mukhang nagre-rebound ito. So, tingnan natin si BPI muna. BPI is, I think, the third largest bank, ano? But BT will retain its number 1 standing in terms of assets. So, ngayon, nagkaroon siya ng 1 peso 50 centavos increase, ano? And yung ating mga indicators are moving upwards. So, the green candlestick today is at resistance level. Dito po yung resistance level niya. Pero if we will draw, siguro parallel channel lang po ang i-draw natin with MO100 acting as support, ano? So, yan po. Slight overshoot here, but our resistance is somewhere at the 105 or to 106 level, following the parallel channel, while the lower support would be MO100 at 95.42, following the MO100, it's right, and the resistance is following the parallel channel. Yan po. So it continues to move up, and there is volume po today, so we expect some movement upwards in the coming days. Yung ating RSI is also above our midpoint. Okay? And then let's si SM naman ang tingnan natin. Alam niyo, nagpupunta po kami sa mall yesterday, nasa Rockwell po kami, at napakaraming tao. Akala mo walang pandemya. Tapos na yung pandemya. But that's good news, ano? Okay. SMA continues to move downwards. Actually, doji po siya today, 865, with support. Tingnan natin yung support niya. Nandito po sa level na ito. Nasa 865 po ang pinaka-support ni SM. And na-fill up na pala yung gap dito. So, may gap po siya dito before, a gap down, ano? This is a gap down here. Pero this was filled up already through the engulfing green candlesticks here. You know? Meron din siya dito. Pero na-fill up na po yan. Okay. So, that's SM. With the higher resistance, I find it here at 974. Maganda po bumili ng SM dahil pinaka-target price po niya ay, sorry po. Hanapin po natin, no? SM Investments, 1,160 or a 34.1% upside. Okay. And then, Ali, silipin muna natin yung kanyang fundamentals. Okay. Si Ali, Ayala Land, buy 46 o 31% upside, 46 pesos po ang kanyang target price, and it's bearish actually because lately since March, the end of March up to this time, ay patuloy pong bumababa yung moving average, I would place support here at 33.93. Resistance, I can place it here, dito po sa level na ito, or sa area to at 32.90, more or less po yan, no? Area po kasi ang support and resistance. Okay, so it's bearish and it had a red candlestick today, losing 65 centavos, pero up and down lang po ito itong si Ali. And then SEC, Ali pala is an index stock, ano? So wag po kayo matakot dyan dahil maganda naman po ang fundamentals ni Ali, no? Ayala Land, at magaganda po yung kanyang project. So SEC naman ay just about moving sideways, although it ended with a green candlestick, but yung comparison po kasi dito sa right side, yung 30.90 is the closing price of the previous day. So the closing price of the previous day was at 31.45, so it lost 55 centavos from the previous Friday. Meron po siyang dividends of 150. Yan po. And tingnan natin, ang pinaka resistance po ni SEC ay nakikita ko po dito sa area to sa 33.93, no? Ang pinaka support, let's take EMA 50 as the support level at 29 or 29.11. So that's SEC, at meron po siyang dividends of 1 peso 50 centavos, and kung kukumputin po natin ang dividend yield 150 based on the current price of 30.9, that's 4.85. Remove the 10% tax of 4.37, which is not bad considering that it's the first dividend payment of the year, no? Kasi dalawang beses po yan nagbibigay ng dividendo, isa sa April at isa sa October. So assuming lang na the same dividend ang ibigay niya and assuming the same price, so mga bandang almost 9% po yan neto. Okay, and then MER, si MER, ayan, it continues to move sideways actually. Okay, it continues to move sideways, and starting here on March 25, ay up and down lang po ito So halos hindi gumagalaw. Maganda magbigay din ng dividendo itong si Meralco, no? 10.22. I think once a year lang ito magbigay, or twice I guess, no? Twice, one in August last year and one in March. Ito na binigay po niya during March, pero kung kupitin natin yung dividend yield ni MER, maganda magbigay po ito, 10.22 divided by 372.40. That's 2.74 times 0.9, 2.46, assuming twice a year and assuming the same levels of dividends, ano, and price, mga bandang almost 5%. Yan po si Meralco. Ngayon po, ang pinaka resistance po niya, the 52-week high is 380, which dito po nangyari, I think dito yan noong March 16. And considering that it's summer now, it will give very good income, ano, or revenues for MER. Yan po ang nakikita ko pong resistance, 378.83. Support and resistance po, hindi po yan eksakto ha. Yan po ay area. At pinaka-support po, nandito po sa, well, close to EMA 50 at 358, 355 to 358 po. Finally, we have said, ito po ay kumpanya po ng mga Gokong Wei, no? Ay, ano kaya nangyari dito? Kasi may volume dito may news ba? What's the news here? Something happened here, no? Kaya nagkaroon siya ng volume and it went as high as 52 pesos and settled at 48. Now, I don't know really what happened here. no idea what this is kasi itong news na ito is 6 days old eh. Meaning mga Wednesday last week po ito nangyari. Tuesday or Wednesday last week, ano? Statement of information. Yeah, baka may good news po dito, kaya po nagkaganito. Anyway, pinaka-resistance, nandito po sa 48 or 49 pesos. The support is here in this area at 42.04. But kung makikita po natin ay bullish po si Cebu Pacific, ha? Yung RSI po niya ay mataas, 61.63, which means that we may see upward movements in the coming weeks, especially so if this is not sa artificial, then maaring we see movements next week, no? Or movements within the coming days. Okay, so yan po ang ating report sa stock market April 11, 2022. Kung kayo po ay magbabiyahe, ingat lang po, no? Make sure that your car is in tip-top shape and stay alert on the road and have a safe trip, no? At hanggang Wednesday lang po tayo ang trading and we will resume on Monday. So long weekend po ang kakaharapin natin this week. Ito po si Benji Chidoro nagpapaalala, mag-ingat sa COVID, mag-ingat sa scam, and investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli, stay safe. God bless. Bye for now.